Those are your choices for that one.
I like how you don't just give me a yes or no.
It's boring, yes or no. Let's be playful with it a little bit.
Once again, this is the passive-aggressive where you're giving me your opinion on this.
Yeah, the next one is going to be yes or no.
Okay, go ahead.
Will LeBron James win another NBA title, in parentheses, as a player? Because maybe he could be a minority owner at some point or whatever.
Okay.
And that would be yes or no. Does LeBron James win another title in the NBA?
Anything else?
The Lakers roster needs a big shakeup or a little tweaking.
Okay.
The Celtics will get swept tonight in Miami, win tonight but lose Game 5, losing 6, losing 7, come back down 3-0 to win the Eastern Conference Finals. What? And then I just threw one other in here. As LeBron James played his last game in the NBA, just stop. No way. Come on now.
There was a conversation. Now, keep in mind, LeBron goes to the press conference. He's tired. He just got swept. And he had this to say after the game.
I like to say it's a successful year because I don't play for anything besides winning championships at this point in my career, and I don't get a kick out of making a conference appearance. I've done it a lot, and and it's not fun to me to not be able to be a part of getting to the finals. But we'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, got a lot to think about.
Okay. Dave McMenamin, who joined us yesterday, he covers the Lakers and the NBA for the mothership. He then was walking with LeBron as he left the arena, and he had the following exchange. When you say you got to think about stuff, that thread, what thread should we be pulling on that? LeBron, if I want to continue to play. Dave McMenamin, as in next year. LeBron, yeah. McMenamin, would you walk away? LeBron, I got to think about it. All right. Do I think LeBron is retiring? I don't. Do I think that there's some frustration there? I think he showed his age in the second half, certainly in the fourth quarter, and that's understandable. And Paulie said, did you think the Lakers were going to win by the way LeBron played in the first half? And I said, no. They were up 15, and I didn't have any confidence that they were going to be able to hold off Denver because you just got the best LeBron can give you. And then I wondered what he would have for the fourth quarter, and he didn't have anything. And Denver's just a better team. That's a team that's been together. They've had highs and lows, and there's familiarity there, but if I said to Laker fans 3 months ago, you're going to go to the Western Conference Finals but get swept, you would have signed up for that because you weren't even sure. You were like the 12th seed at the time. You were in the play-in game. You're just not as good as Denver is, and there's no shame in that. As I said yesterday, if the Lakers lose, if they got swept, the conversation would be LeBron's legacy, and it would be, can you give me Kyrie Irving? And I don't know if this is a leverage play with LeBron, that he's saying, I don't know if I want to come back. I can't do it on my own. There's nothing LeBron does that is not calculated, that he's not played out in his head. It's rare that there's something spontaneous. He thinks about these things. He's a bright man. Do I think that he's putting it out there for a reason? I do. I'm just not sure if it's I need help. I need somebody better than Dennis Schroeder. Now, Reeves was a great surprise. I thought Rui Hachimura should have played more. I think Darvin Ham was trying to figure out what the lineups were going to be, trying to figure out what kind of magic you had there. But they played well. I think they surpassed what we thought. And keep in mind, LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook. I mean, it feels like that was a season ago. That was like last year that they had that lineup. And it didn't work, but that's what LeBron wanted. AD wanted that. And then other people came in and said, let's kind of do this without the 3-star. Let's do 2 stars and then put in some role players here. Because that's what Denver has. Denver has Jamal Murray and, of course, Joker. And then you've got role players. Because when you watch Denver and you're going, that guy's pretty good. Oh, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, he was a slam dunk guy. Michael Porter Jr. III. Okay. But they have some really high-level role players. And I think that's the difference here. Joker was wonderful. And Jamal Murray, I think, was the MVP. Because I expected Joker to be great. Jamal Murray exceeded my expectations. He had sort of a Klay Thompson-like performance. And they're moving on, and now they wait 8 days. The Miami Heat. So it's not starting, no matter what happens tonight with the Celtics and the Heat. NBA Finals not starting until June 1st. Yes, Paul.
If I play for the Nuggets, I want to play tonight. I want to keep this going. I don't want 9 days off or 8 days off. The way you're playing, the energy, I know you can't do it, but man, that team was rolling last night. What did they score? 36-16.
Yeah.
In the third quarter.
Yeah.
Oof, they look great.
Yeah. Seton O'Connor, what's the poll question you want to go with today?
Well, we could go with the lead story today should be the Nuggets advancing or LeBron retiring.
Oh, should be.
Right, should be.
Well, we talked about this, that if the Lakers lost, it wasn't going to be about the Nuggets. It was going to be about the Lakers. The national perspective was going to be about the Lakers. The Nuggets, great team, and they'll be the favorites no matter who they're facing from the Eastern Conference. I'm glad that people got to see the Joker play games, not just highlights, but an entire game, and then you see what he does, and it's there's nothing that stands out where you go, oh my God, he's on a roll here. He's scored X number of points or whatever it might be. It's you sort of watch him do it. It's systematic. Be like, God, he's got 8 assists already. He's got 12 rebounds already. He's got 22 points. He's one of those guys that you watch and then you look at the box score to see, the damage that he did. Because he doesn't do anything with degree of difficulty or style points. Occasionally, some of his three-pointer, attempts have some style points attached to him. But he gets at the top of the key, puts the ball in his right hand, and then he just watches. He watches and watches. This is why you have to love playing with him. He's going to find you. He's the best passer. He's not the best passing big man. He's as good as anybody in the NBA at finding the open man. And that's your big guy who's doing that. I'm glad that, the basketball world took time because he was facing LeBron. Therefore, you were almost forced to watch him, and you got to see just how great he is. And I've talked about a couple of players. Luka does this. Kawhi's one of the first that he could slow everything down. Like, he played at a different speed than anybody else, but he was the best player on the floor. Luka has the ability to slow it down to his pace, and Joker does that as well. It's his pace. Now, other players like Magic was able to play at a different pace, and therefore you had to get to his pace. There's certain players who will slow it down, and it's their pace. And once it gets their pace, that's when they dominate. Yes, Eden.
Is Nikola Jokic the best player in the world right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, or definitely?
I thought he should have been the MVP again. But, even he said, hey, I'm happy for Joel Embiid. He played well. The games that he played really well. He had no problem with it. It was just this, it was weird late in the season. I think it was, hey, this guy's going to win 3 in a row. Is everybody okay with this? And then it felt like the voters go, oh, God, he's going to do what Bill Russell did and Larry Bird did. And this guy, he's never won a title. Now, if he wins a title this year, then we'll look at him probably differently this next season. I think it was the same way with the Greek Freak, where you're like, okay, can he be MVP? And then he won a title. And then you're like, okay. But I think they're the same age, 28 years of age. But I think Joker, should have been the MVP this year. I do not have a vote, but I would have voted for Joker. What else do we have, Seton?
Well, we could put up that poll about Jokic, that he's the best player in the world. I was going to put up... I put up the lead story today should be the Nuggets or LeBron.
Okay, let's go around the room. Todd, the lead story should be
the Nuggets winning their first Western Conference championship.
Okay, Seton,
I think it should be LeBron.
Marv,
Nuggets.
Paulie.
LeBron, there's more angles to it. Congratulating the Nuggets for advancing after the past couple of years when they seem to be going the other way. They deserve every prop, but there's no story to it. The story is LeBron being real or playing the media?
Well, do I think LeBron's retiring? No, I don't. But there has to be an angle here. That's the key. Because remember, he talked about he wanted to play with his son. Well, you're going to retire? Retire for a year? As Paulie suggested? That was a week and a half ago. I saw where that picked up a little traction last night.
LeBron stoked it up for me.
Yeah,
when he
that's
kind of
true.
opened up the door for the topic.
So he would.
He actually said in the post game, I hadn't thought about it until Paul said something. But
Paulie from the Dan Patrick
it's
Show.
a pretty good idea.
I call him
by
Paul. We're old school.
Yeah. Give me what you tweeted out a week and a half ago about LeBron.
I said, and I preface this by saying, if the Lakers won the title, if the Lakers won the title,
okay.
I could see LeBron taking the year off, spending the time traveling to all the USC games, home games, away games, and seeing his son play. LeBron didn't get the college experience. He almost can get it through his son and watch his son. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if his son is a one-and-done kid. Okay. And I really had it pinned on that if they won the title, because then he could take that year off easily. But I think it works either way. He may look at, what more can I do? I'm not going to get any credit no matter what I do. So why don't I take a year off and hang with my son, see him play? The other son, I think, is in high school now as well, right?
Yeah.
You watch both those guys have a great year, and then if you want to come back with the Lakers or another team.
Yeah, but he still has one more year left with the Lakers. So can you take the year off without retiring?
Not rights-wise. They would still own his rights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still a Laker.
So let's say the Orlando Magic drafted Bronny James in the next draft. They would have to have some type of compensation play for him to join the Orlando Magic for a year.
Yeah. I saw where some people suggested that last night. I was like, I think I read this some other place. Yes, Seton O'Connor.
I guess LeBron then would be weighing how important is it to play a year with his son in the NBA versus weakening his own legacy. Because you have to imagine adding another year to it probably isn't going to help.
I don't think LeBron is going to sit out. I think he's going to play. He'll play another year. I think he'll make an effort to get Kyrie Irving. I think they got some pieces here that you can move forward with. But keep in mind, he's going to be 39. You can't keep asking him to put up 40 points for you. At some point, Anthony Davis has to go, LeBron, I got it. And then let LeBron be a complimentary player. What do you need me to do? I'll give you 18, 10, and 10. Yes, Marv.
Did LeBron not learn the last time trying to get a third star?
No.
Kyrie went to Dallas.
Yeah.
And they went from the fifth seed to the 18th seed.
If he wants a year off, Kyrie could help him. A year off in the playoffs.
Well, yeah. That's what he hadn't learned from. It's like, all right, Kyrie. And, well, if you do that and the Lakers allow him to do it, then, hey, buyer beware. Yes, Marv.
It's the pretty girl. You want her back. Oh, she's so hot. And then you get back